I'd say I'm pretty conditioned when it comes to reacting to racism. I still get caught off guard when it truly happens to others for the first time. It was the last day of camp, and we as a staff always go out to eat for dinner. We drove to a remote town 10 minutes away and decided to look for a good joint to eat. We arrived to an outside diner with a bar attached. As we headed for a table, I noticed the people at the bar were laughing hysterically. It took me a little, to realize it wasn't the alcohol, but us that they were laughing about. It could have been just a couple, but it felt like the entire restaurant was pointing and laughing. We then went to another diner, but to be turned away because we had no cash and only cards. I noticed the Visa sticker on the cash register, however. As we were headed out, a customer asked, "What's wrong, buddy?" to one of the whole staff. "We only have credit cards," he replied. "That's because we only use a good old American dollar here, buddy," the customer said as the whole diner chuckled. We finally arrived at a little Italian place and the only looked from the other table. It'll have to do. The sir was very polite to our relief. We then almost forgot our 3-hour search for food as we talked and joked to ourselves. All were smiles and laughter, with the exception of one. One of the kindest, most genuine people I met on the trip slowly looked into his hands, with some sort of expression of disbelief, and placed his head into them, covering his eyes. I knew he was crying, even as others joked and laughed amongst himself. That's when I truly realized how different we were as a group of adoptees. Some met racism every day, others were taught it didn't exist, and that is what I saw that day, when those who thought it was dead realized it was alive and quite well.
In 20 or 30 years, the next generation of adoptees, I would hope that they grow up in a society where the adoptee community is a given. It's not even thought about. It's something where they are able to simply be themselves as adoptees and not have to worry about what society thinks that they should be. And 20 or 30 years, I'm hoping that really I run myself out of a job because the whole camp isn't anything special, because it's just given that the adoptees are a group of people and that they have a community where they can feel comfortable all the time. Besides their family, they can go out and be themselves and be comfortable with who they are. I think that we will succeed in our movement for adoptees in places where others have only seen marginal success. We will succeed because we will do it